Hey guys, how's it going? This video is supposed to be a live recording of last night's New York AM session. It was supposed to be a Tuesday, 3rd of September, a live recording of my trading, but I somehow botched the audio file, probably like a good 3/4 of the recording. So what I'll do is I'll do a replay on last night's video. Okay, when I say last night's New York AM session, because again I live in Australia, Western Australia, so the PM over here is AM over there. So 8 p.m. last night was actually an 8 a.m. In New York, which session that I that I trade. So what I'll do, I will actually replay the recording, okay, and I will actually jump back in again to actually recap that trade, and I'll do a run through of the order that I actually placed last night, and yeah, and we'll take it from there. Hey guys, how you going? So today is the Tuesday, the 3rd of September, New York AM session. All right, so this is a live recording. So US30, just doing a quick run through. So I marked down 4-hour resistance here. Price has been consistently bullish last week, as I mentioned, coming to the week last week on Monday. I was very bullish, so it's proven to be a pretty bullish week last week. Okay, so today yesterday we had a Labor Day in US, so I wasn't trading, and the market was obviously like really consolidating and had no volume whatsoever. London, which was this candle over here, this was actually London open. All right, okay, this a little bit of a bullish candle. A little bit of a bullish candle, right? At 3 a.m. okay, New York time, a little bit of push up. So it has been ranging for the entire day, but then after London opens, it had a massive push down, okay, which it actually broke this 1-hour support over here, around this area here. Let me just back this up, okay. Right, so that has been broken. So at the moment, today as we stand, I'm looking more like to be a seller tonight. All right, so you have this resistance and support on an hourly, and what I would do, I would look into an internal breakout play. Right, if price break that 5-minute support, okay, strong support, and I would take that sell all the way to here. Right, that will be my internal breakout play for today. All right, so let me just mark this up on my MT5. Okay, and there's a red folder news tonight at 10. Oh, I mean, sorry, this morning at 10 a.m. If those of you that are in US. Okay. All right, and my stop loss will be here. This will be my strong resistance for my stop loss for that internal breakout play, right? So that means the breakout is actually internal, right? On the within this internal Y. Why is it internal breakout? Because actually inside this range, okay, not outside. That's why I call it internal breakout. Okay. All right, that's actually a pretty nice clean setup if that occurs. All right. All right. So now we just wait and see what price wants to do. Okay, it's actually quite a decent range as well from here to here. Yeah, 34 pips, so not too bad. Just marking on just in case price continue going lower without me. That would probably be my next one, my next TP. But if price can taking into account if price continue to going lower, right? So if price sort of like fall, you know, to my TP straight away without me, right? I look into a bit of consolidation until she breaks the new clean traffic line, right? And for me to take that as my new stop loss, and then to just to bring it down like so. What did I do there? Sorry. Right, so if price continue without me to my TP, right? So I would wait until price break. Okay, and I'll use I'll use this as my new stop loss, right? So I can take this out, get rid of that, and then just enter a sell position to that next support, which obviously in line with the 1 hour support. I wouldn't bet my money that price is gonna break through this, right? Not on the 5 minutes anyway. Okay, so this is very likely to play out, this internal breakout. Okay, price is about to break this excuse me, 5 minute support. Upon the close of that break, I will take a sell position, and I will use that as this as a stop loss. Yeah, so I'll probably give it a bit of a room there. Yeah, as my stop loss. All right, we shall wait and see. Now, when I checked out the news on Forex Factory, where was it? The news is actually at 10 p.m. my time, so that's actually 10 a.m. New York time, Eastern Standard Time. So ISM manufacturing PMI. So far, right, for the past few months or couple of months at least, the forecast has always been more positive, or more towards the optimistic side than the actual. So basically, if actual is greater than the forecast, it's actually good for currency, and if the currency is good, then most likely, like the DXY, the dollar index, most likely the US30 or all the indices will actually go up as well. So I have a sell bias, a short bias. So yeah, just because that trend historically for the past couple of months, the actual has always been performing worse than the forecast. So hopefully that kind of is in line with with our bias tonight. But then I guess actually at 10 p.m. my time, 10 a.m. in the morning, and by the looks of it, it might give us an entry soon, right? Maybe closer to the 8:30 or 8:30 a.m. Normally there's a surge of volume at 8:30 until 8:45. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully everyone had a good long weekend. I know you guys that live in US had a Monday public holiday. We had Father's Day on Sunday for those that lives in Australia. It's a National Father's Day on that day on Sunday. Yeah, so just looking on the 1 hourly candle, this candle over here is just showing the bearish push is sort of like out of steam, and then there's a bit of an uncertainty as well, having the body right in the center of the whole candle, and then identical length of wicks on both sides, the top one and the bottom. Normally it's an indication of uncertainty, so price is still unsure whether it wants to continue lower or to turn higher. Okay, but overall, yeah, I mean, in terms of high time frames, overall I'm still bullish. Yeah, but in my mind, logically, when price actually failed to break that high, that was last Friday, with the lack of volume being the first day back to work, especially for the US market. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards a short position. I mean, the setup is here anyway. Is sort of like almost presented itself. Okay, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Do I? $33 point. Yeah. Yeah, and if I sort of like zoom out from Thursday, it does look like price may spend a while in this range. Okay, maybe today or tomorrow. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like it's a range is actually has been formed, right? So there's like these two massive touch points here, this one and this one, and this one and this one as well. And yeah, and it's the fact that price has already touched that resistance, or the 4-hour resistance or the 1 hour support, but it just couldn't actually break it, and it started actually pushing lower. So yeah, I'm expecting for price to kind of hit this support, right, which is in line with our short play. Okay guys, so yeah, sorry about that. So we have to actually jump back out of that last night's video. So what I'll do now is I will actually do a recap on the last night's trade. Okay, so this is where price is now. Today is actually the 4th of September, 1 p.m. over here. So that's actually 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York. So you see that's the real life price at the moment now. Our price actually has like fallen that far from my position, which is here, right, which was here. All right, so what I'll do is I will actually jump into the to yesterday's session. Okay. All right, and just to kind of continue on from that botched video that I had. Okay. All right. So So I think I placed my order close to 9 a.m. right? Okay, so upon the close of that candle, or so basically, as per last night's video, price was consolidating a lot here from London lunch, and I was actually waiting when I actually made that recording last night. I was actually waiting for price to actually break this support. Okay, I did make a comment that if price end up closing bullish on a 1 hour on the 1 hour candle of the 8 a.m. candle, right, I would actually consider looking for buys. But if you look here, right, the 8 a.m. candle, which is over here, right, this is actually a closing bearish, right, a really good strong bearish candle with conviction. Okay, and there's no way after seeing this candle I would be looking for buy. All right, so I had two scenarios yesterday. Well, I actually had one scenario, and then I had the second scenario when price was sort of like in consolidating, and I made a comment that okay, price seems to actually refuse to go any lower than this this support over here, this 5-minute support. So I thought, oh, maybe, right, it is possible if the 1 hour actually closing bullish. But the 1 hour did not close bullish yesterday. It actually ended up closing very, very bearish, as you can see. Now by the close of this candle, the 20:55, so that's actually 8:55 a.m. candle, right? Say on the clock, so that means on the clock last night it was actually 9 a.m. Well, last night, as in my time, Australia, Western Australia time, there was actually 9 a.m. on the clock, right? If that makes sense, right? Because it's actually 8:55, right? So upon the close of that candle, I took the short, right, as per my call out last night before well, after New York opens. So I took a sell here. I got into a position, right, and then originally I had my stop loss around this area, but then because I saw price was actually making resistance here, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna shorten my my stop loss, because it is actually quite a decent resistance. I didn't think that price is actually gonna go through this resistance, and then and to take this as my TP, right, as per the video. Anyway, so let me just play this out. So I ended up actually taking a loss, okay, and it was such a bummer. It was so unlucky because of two things. One, I got my TP right. Price actually did end up hitting my TP, but not before it actually took me out. Now it took me out again. I was just so unlucky. It took me out not because it actually hit my SL, but because of the spread, right? Well, I mean, yeah, technically yes. I should have actually taken into account spread when I actually put my stop loss, especially when I'm actually going short, right? When I'm going short, even though price hasn't touched my line, right? Because of the spread, it could actually take me out before even on the chart it actually takes out my stop loss, right? So I was very unlucky. So it actually went to my TP. If you can see here, almost hit my TP, and it just price just actually pumps back up, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm just gonna take a loss. I think it was the wrong trade idea. Although every single thing actually ticks the box, right? It was very bearish from London opens, and it has created a really good strong 1 hour bearish candle, a series of bearish candles actually. And then I saw a clean traffic to the left as well on the hourly chart, right? And I know that our price actually at least wants to tap into this support. Okay, and overall I saw a price after reaching an all-time high here, it just couldn't break that all-time high right on Friday. Okay, so it had 4-hour resistance as well up the top, and price just actually continue making lower sort of like lower lows and lower highs. Okay, especially I know it's actually ranging, but continuously it's actually sort of like pushing down right overall. Okay, and London open yesterday, I saw like a really a big push down, so I thought, okay, definitely am interested to be a seller. So everything just ticks off the box, but All right, so this is what happened. It almost closed my TP. I was so sure that it would have actually hit my TP by then, but then price actually pumps back up again, and this candle here, it actually took out my stop loss. So even though my stop loss was here, but because of the spread between here and here, I should have actually considered spread, and yeah, maybe I should have just gonna stick to my original stop loss position, which was here. So this would have probably be fun. And this is the worst part. So after price actually went all the way up there, price went to my TV, right? TV, right, like this, right, just wicks it, right, and then actually went higher, right? So after this, yeah, I know it was outside of my trade idea anyway, right? Even though price after that, it actually continues making its way down, right, as you can see, right. Let me just replay that. As you can see on the hourly chart, when we started this video, right, it just went lower, so it just went and blast through this support, 1 hour support. Okay, so this is where we are now. You can see the time is moving there, 2 minutes 23 before this candle closed, this 5 minutes candle closed. So yeah, this is where we are now. Okay, so yeah, I guess it was very unlucky because it did actually hit my TP, but then yeah, and then after it would have actually blasted through my stop loss, but then that wasn't my trade idea. After all, my trade idea was sort of like for price to break this 5 minute support, okay, and then to hit my TP, and then I'm out, right, and I'll be done for the day. Okay, but yeah, just the fact that price actually had to went all the way up again, and it didn't even take out my stop loss, right? It's not like it took out my stop loss and then I hit my TP. So it didn't, but just because of the spread, I got kicked out, and then it hit my TP, right? Then yeah, it just felt it just double whammy yesterday. But it is what it is, guys. It was a probability. If you ask me, if I ask myself, would I actually take this trade again? 100% I would take the same setup. I will take the short position, whether or not I actually move this stop. Should have just leave this stop loss over here. I think I would have actually move it forward as well, because it is actually a decent resistance. And if it wasn't actually with because of spread, I wouldn't actually have gotten taken out last night. Okay, so that was basically that was the trade last night, guys. It was a loss, but yeah, no, it felt pretty shitty last night. But after a good half an hour ago, look, you know what? It was the right trade idea. I call out where price wanted to go for the next hour or two anyway, but actually end up for the entire PM session, price did end up falling to the face of the earth. You know, it just went lower and lower, and yeah. And from here to here, okay, so that was actually a good 540 pips, guys, you know, from last night, from where I said, okay, price is gonna, I wanted to be a seller, and I call out the direction that price wanted to move lower, right? And I got I guess I got very unlucky, because if you see from London opens all the way down, right, price seems to be a pretty, except for this here, which was like 1 hour before the market closed, 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. New York time. So I caught that trade right on the hour where price was indecisive on the hourly, right? You see how long of a wick this one is, okay, right? So obviously it took me out here, right? Had it actually, you know, gone like, you know, like full body, you know, small wicks, it would have actually, you know, hit my TP and I'll be out. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, so look at this, right? So these really long wicks, I just got caught up. And there was a 10 o'clock red folder news as well yesterday. And I think that what made the massive move from, yeah, okay, so that was, yeah, the one that actually sort of like made the first penetration to the support was the news, right? The 10 a.m. so 2200, which was 10 a.m. in New York, right? So that it was actually this candle over here. All right. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I will do another live recording for tonight's New York AM session. All right. So yeah, until then, stay safe and stay well.